Tantor here with a recap of Georgia Tech's complete destruction at the hands of Notre Dame, 31-13. Well, only way of putting this, we're not going to sugarcoat it. It's an ass whipping, and better team won. That's basically all we can say about that. Absolutely nothing would have changed the results. Haynes King starting at quarterback, that wouldn't have changed the results. Effort starting at middle linebacker, that wouldn't have changed the results. Shelley returning punts, that wouldn't have changed the results. So our injuries wouldn't have changed anything. Sorry. We were just beaten by a team that is better than us, that does what we do better than we do. If you can understand that logic, Notre Dame is us, only better. So we'll just hit into it. What I liked, what I don't like, what I liked. This game was held at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, and I had good seats. So I like that. And people that are complaining about the Georgia game, our home being moved to Mercedes-Benz, if I can have those club seats again, I'm perfectly okay with it, because having a game at Mercedes-Benz is nice. Very, very nice. You go to the bathroom, you don't have to share the communal trough like we do at our home. We have our own little stall. Hey, that's worth it. That's really worth it. So we like the bathroom facilities at Mercedes-Benz. We like the beer selection. We like everything else at Mercedes-Benz. It's a nice place. If you have an extra $2 billion laying around, please give it to Georgia Tech so that they can build that type of facility on campus. Inflation might be $3 billion. So if you've got $3 billion laying around extra, please give it to Georgia Tech so that we can upgrade our athletic facilities to that style. All right, what else did I like? Not much. Not much at all. I did like Zeke Bickers. Biggers was better. He had a monster game. He played most of the time in the backfield of Notre Dame. He made plays. So Biggers did a good job. So it wasn't like that everything stunk. Biggers was good. I liked Burrell's interception on the first drive of the game. Great one-handed catch by Burrell. Wow. Great grab. Unfortunately, everything after that was completely downhill. So we'll go from that straight to what I didn't like. Everything else. It was pretty wretched. But it was caused by a better team. The team we were going against caused a lot of our errors. Now, we have some self-inflicted stuff. Our special teams. Friday night on Rec Talk, we graded Georgia Tech, and we had a floor grade of 45 for special teams. Oh no, it needs to be much, much worse than that. We can't even snap the ball on a field goal. Our long snapper, unfortunately, you should find another sport. All right, I'm just going to give it to you straight up, because that was horrible. We need to be changing a lot of pieces in that. It's a mechanism. It's a machine. We're engineers. We know all about machines, especially mechanical. And nothing's working on our field goal unit, okay? Replace the parts. Don't let them hang out for 2 hours a day, 5 days a week, doing whatever the hell they're doing, because we know they don't have any supervision. Stop that crap. Replace the parts. When a machine is broken, you replace the darn parts. Okay? Our special teams are just disaster. I thought Notre Dame's defense, it lives up to what I saw on tape. It's pretty darn good. They pressured our quarterback all game long. Pyron took a beating back there. He's a tough kid. Just staying in the game was amazing. He struggled on some things. He had a decent game, actually. Now, yeah, he threw 2 picks. Neither pass he should have thrown. He was trying to force some things. There was next to no separation from our wide receivers to the Notre Dame defensive backs. Nothing against our wide receivers, because those Notre Dame defensive backs, we're going to see them play on Sunday next year. Okay? They're that good. So our guys can't separate. It's because the other players are just better. But our quarterback forced some throws in, gave up a pick 6, but that was in garbage time. The game was already lost when that happened, so that didn't have any real effect on the game. We had 0 running attack because Pyron was also the leading rusher. So we couldn't run the ball. We struggled to pass because we couldn't protect our quarterback. And our receivers couldn't get open. It's a big problem. And then sometimes when he did hit them, they dropped some passes. They dropped 3 that really hurt us to sustain drives. To win this game, we had to run the ball, control the clock, control the ball, and make plays on 3rd down. And we didn't do any of that. So we're not going to win with that. We're not going to win playing that style of football. For you idiots that I've seen on some message boards complaining about Pyron, you're not tech people anyway. Get off the message boards, our message boards. Stop commenting on our stuff. You're an idiot. You're all a bunch of idiots. The kid played hard. He played okay. I'm not going to say great. He missed some things, and he was trying to force some throws. He was trying to make plays and make things happen. So can't complain about that. It would not have been any different if Haynes King would have played. So I know that. Didn't matter who was playing quarterback for us today. The same results would have happened. Not being able to run the ball was a disaster. So, and we couldn't do it. We couldn't. That front 6 of Notre Dame, those 4 down linemen and their 2 linebackers, they're the real deal. And then when they walk their strong safety down in the box, it's over. Because we're running 7 on 6. They're making plays all the time, a lot of times in our backfield. And when your receivers can't get free from the corners, it's not a good recipe. We're just not going to win that way. I could sit here and blame head coach Key for things. I saw him, lose his temper a few times, but why is he losing his temper? That's all on him. I mean, having to use burn timeouts because we're subbing a free safety for a free safety? Huh? Please. That's just dumb. Why are we subbing that? That's just dumb. The substitution was dumb. It just didn't work. I mean, we tried different methods here. We were playing off man. We played tight man. We played zone. Notre Dame burned us every defense we tried. Every single one of them we got burned on. So we played multiple coverages. None of them worked. You can blame the players, but when you get 0 pass rush, you can't cover a guy for 5-6 seconds. But that wasn't the problem. I mean, most of the time the problem was quick slants. Couldn't stop quick slants. Quick slants are actually, you got to jam the receiver at the line, and your linebackers have to have deep drops to take away that slant. And we don't do any of that. When Eifert was ruled out, I knew 100% we were going to lose this game. No doubt. Because Notre Dame's a heavy running team, and Eifert's the guy that destroys running games. And very rarely today did any of the first initial hits bring a Notre Dame player down. Very rarely. Most of the time, they ran through those arm tackles. Most of the time, our defender ended up flat on his back. Most of the time, they were safeties. The stats for the games on tackles are incredibly misleading because they're no way close to being correct. But they just didn't play well. Our defenders didn't play well, with the exception of Biggers. Some of the guys in the defensive line played okay. But the defensive line played better than any of them. Linebackers were just meh. But the defensive backs outside of Burrell's interception were not good. So we can't tackle. Our special teams, I mean, we can't even snap the ball back to the holder on a field goal. We got darn lucky our punts weren't blocked. So there's a lot to work on. It doesn't look good. Notre Dame beat the crap out of us. We can't compete against these better teams, and we've got a lot of work to do, and it's got to be fixed and remedied. So we got Virginia Tech next game. It's winnable, but Virginia Tech's a pretty decent team. They're equal to us, and it's going to be a tough one. So we'll see you after Virginia Tech, and let's hope some of these mistakes get rectified.